Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the weekly reading. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you for waiting for me as I am uh, never on time. But if you've been following me, then no big surprise, right? It takes a while to get everything set up. And I always no matter how much time I have to prepare, and I was up kind of early this morning, I still I don't know. Like my brain goes somewhere else and I'm like, I got time. And then I look at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 10 minutes late. So thank you. Appreciate you guys. So welcome. Hey Lubu, what's up? Glad to see you in the room. Hey Amy. Hey Monica. Hey Amanda. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to get my cards ready and chat with you for about 10 minutes before we get started. So if you don't like the chat, come back in 10 minutes. If you're watching the replay, then you should be able to go into the comment section and click directly on your zodiac sign link timestamp and it'll take you to it. Otherwise, yes, chat with me, loves. I hope you guys had a good weekend. And I was talking to you about the energy I've been feeling because maybe you can relate. If you follow my vlog page, I recently changed the name. So I know some of you find my other page by typing in Tarot Talks with Dana. But I really don't talk about tarot all the time, although I do incorporate it. Sometimes I talk about emotional intelligence, spirituality, whatever's on my mind emotionally, randomness. And so I changed the name, and all I could think about it was actually an SNL skit, and it was like, and now deep thoughts from Delilah. Or actually, I think there is a radio personality in the upper Chicago area named Delilah. And so I thought that's really fitting. So I named my second YouTube page, I renamed it. So now if you want to find it, you got to type in, and now deep thoughts with Dana. But anyways, if you follow me on my Deep Thoughts page, then you kind of know how the Leo full moon affected me because I talk about it over there and what kind of overall energy it had for the collective. But yeah, I've seen some crazy things this weekend and I came to a lot of epiphanies, I guess, this past week. Also, we're in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, so it's a tough energy that we're going into. I don't particularly like retrogrades. It brings up a lot of past issues. Sometimes it brings people from the past, which this past week I heard from 2 different people that, although, I wish them well, I haven't heard from them in forever. So it was really random that they reached out to me. So the retrograde is already starting, right? Hey, Andy, I haven't seen you in so long. Welcome back. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear your dad passed away. Aw, my condolences. Sending you positive energy. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry guys, I just saw that in the chat. And Andy's been following me since the beginning. I hope you don't mind me saying that. And I actually give Andy a private reading, I think more than one, but sorry, I just wanted to give you a shout out and let you know I'm thinking about you. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, so an FYI, if you're loyal to me and you're always showing up every Sunday and you've been following me for a while, I remember your name. I know who is constantly in here and who's just popping in and out. Not that I mind those that are popping in and out. Hey, join me once, never again, it's fine. But for those that are always in the room, I recognize all of your names and pictures, and I definitely know who is here all the time. So, thank you guys. All right. Anyways, so back to what I was talking about. So Leo having a full moon and a retrograde shadow period. We're not fully in the retrograde, we're in the shadow period. So about 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after a retrograde is when the energy starts to speed up, so to speak. And now the Leo full moon is meant to activate your heart chakra because Leo functions from the heart chakra. And it could have been a very positive weekend where you tapped into your inner child, where you were feeling more optimistic, maybe more energetic. That was definitely the energy I was tapping into this weekend as it snowed yesterday here on the East Coast where I'm at. And I'm not deep in the South, but I'm in the South, so we don't get snow very often. And even though I grew up in Indiana, which is covered in snow for about 7 months out of the year, it seems, I've been away for so long because I've lived here for, I don't know, over a decade, that now I get excited when I see snow. It only snowed for like maybe an hour and it melted as soon as it hit the ground. It was such a bummer. But at the same time, I definitely went outside and was like, pretending I was like in Frozen. La, 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 la. I'm a dork. I wanted to be in it. So I walked around outside until it stopped snowing. And I didn't get to really play in it because it melted. But what I'm saying is I tapped into my inner child this weekend and I felt like a kid out there. I felt like an awe and I had a great weekend. I really didn't do anything. I didn't even leave my house. Well, I did go to lunch yesterday. But just hanging out, watching movies, playing in the snow. So I felt the Leo energy this weekend. And I felt it in a positive way. Now, in another way, at the beginning of the week, last Monday, I felt the Leo energy and the retrograde in a much different way. Where I had a lot of, I guess, like suppressed emotions come out that I thought I buried a long time ago. And I made a video about that on Monday. I was really feeling it on Monday. And then the energy like slowly switched up and lightened as we got to Saturday, Sunday, today. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys are also feeling that. I thought it started off pretty intense this past week and then it kind of dissipated, but the energy is still here and we haven't truly gone into a retrograde yet. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I guess let me give you this encouragement. If you were on the other side of the energy where your heart broke open this week, and I felt that as well, this too shall pass and you're not in it alone. And just keep flowing with the energy because some people had a really tough week and I saw some crazy stuff this week. Like online, there was, I'm not going to mention who they are, but they're on YouTube, went on an epic rant, like just lost their shit on their YouTube. Excuse my French. And I was like, whoa, somebody's not controlling themselves with the energy right now. And it was entertaining, but at the same time, it's kind of embarrassing for that person. Then I saw like a couple people on Facebook just letting loose, because Leo's really blunt. It's a really blunt energy. So when that full moon activates, you might feel like a little bit impulsive. And some people were letting their impulse take over left and right. And even though I wasn't one of them, I was observing others do this. And I was like, oh, you better rein that back in. You're crazy showing. Don't let your crazy out, y'all. All right, so I'm saging, in case you didn't know what that is. It is not anything illegal. It is sage. I had it all bundled, my sage, and really nice, and then it fell apart. So like now I have like these small pieces, and there's my bundle. Did you feel it too? It was kind of chaos this week. Yeah. And I did see that quite a few announcements about people passing away, which as a nurse, because I'm not just a tarot reader, I can tell you that it is true that it comes in waves. Because whenever we would have someone pass away on the unit that I worked on, we always knew there would be a few more. Like it always comes in groups. I don't really know why, but I saw maybe 3 or 4 announcements on my Facebook this week of different people that passed. So interesting vibe we're in to start February, right? So we're at 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. I want to go ahead and put my energy on this, hoping it's a good week for everyone. Give me a vote here. Would you like to use the more traditional tarot for the readings this week, or the hanky-panky sexual tarot? Tell me what you want in the chat, please. And while I wait for that, I will say my page grew 5,000 subscribers since I last announced that I hit 50,000. So now I'm at 55,000, and that's amazing because that was just a few weeks ago. So my page is growing, and like by the minute, you know, and that's really, really awesome. So if you're sharing my videos or talking about me, or, you know, bringing me up to your friends or in your tarot groups, thank you. I appreciate that. The pace that my page is growing is picking up quite fast. And so, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I am not that new to the scene, but I'm also not been doing this for but a year and a few months. So 55,000 is pretty good, right? Traditional. I'm seeing mostly traditional, and I just posted you versus them, which is kind of love reading. So I'm going to go with traditional. If I see love, I'll say it. If I see career, I say whatever I see anyways. So I don't control it. I'm just the messenger. So we'll go with the traditional tarot, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And I haven't used these in a while. They're not tarot cards. They are message cards, but I'm going to incorporate these today because they're fun. And see what we get out for you guys. So yeah. And for some reason, the computer always gets stuck when I go live. It's so annoying. Hey, Carmen. Welcome back. All right. We're going to start with Aries. Carmen, you're just on time. We're going to start with Aries. All right. So, hold on. Let me get my computer fixed here. What's going on here? Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. All right, Aries. For the upcoming week is what I'm setting the intention for, but keep in mind that time is malleable, so this could be resonating in the past, present, or coming up into the future energy here. And it's general, so if I do pick up on another person, just FYI, this could be vice versa. And yeah. Aries. So, Aries, the supporting energy is the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Now, the Eight of Pentacles in this deck talks about dedication, and the Five of Wands talks about challenges, about like kind of a testy energy. So this is basically essentially saying to you, stay dedicated to your path, stay dedicated to the things that you've really worked on, whether within yourself or your career or relationships. Even though the energy is challenging and it may really test your patience, it may test your anger or your emotion this week. This is saying stay dedicated here. Continue to work on things. All right. The third house of perception is out. So this is highlighting your speech, thoughts, social media, dating. For some of you, it's all about being aware of your surroundings. It's kind of like a social type of vibe, social type of energy, right? But it's also talking about your perception and how the way that you perceive a situation makes it your reality, so to speak, right? So there's things that happen in life that we get a choice in how we want to perceive that, how we want to move forward with it, right? So you could perceive things as obstacles, or you could perceive them as a challenge, to give an example, right? So that part's kind of up to you, and that's what this energy is saying here. So let's see. Let's see what other cards we get out. I can't help but to notice this, but I'm going to ignore it unless it comes out again. It was the Seven of Swords. It's not great, but... All right, so Aries, here we go. Oh, no, OMG, what did I tell you? Didn't I just show you guys the bottom of the deck and I said I'm going to ignore it unless it comes out again? And what flew out? The same card. This is not to be ignored. The Seven of Swords is here next to the Nine of Swords. Great. And I'm being sarcastic. That's not great. And then the Knight of Cups. All right. Wow. All right. So Aries, I could see why the energy is encouraging you to stay dedicated to yourself, to stay focused on yourself, because I think that there's some sneaky ass energy going on this week, or facades being, played, games being played for some of you. For others of you, it's just this immense amount of frustration or stress, insomnia. Some of you up late at night worrying about shit you can't control, and you can't control it. So why worry about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords to see whose energy it is, but then it ends on the Knight of Cups coming forward. So some of you may be either surrounded by someone that's trying to offer you a connection or support or friendship, but they're deceptive as hell. It's not genuine. It's not genuine. And or some of you are doing this, all right? So you know if you're doing this, don't act like you don't. If it's not someone you're dealing with. Or just simply covering up the fact that you want to connect with someone because maybe that person's not in your highest good, and there might be challenges within that situation. So you pretend that you don't care when you care, but it's also very painful to do that. Or you've got someone around you doing that. So let's clarify this and see. All right. What is the Nine of Swords? Ooh. Oh, listen to your intuition, Aries. Connect with your higher. That's what I was talking about. Knowing something is not for your highest good, but also having a hard time trusting that or having a hard time to like tap into that. What's the Seven of Swords? The Magician. Oh gosh. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the Magician on its own, the Magician on its own is someone who can manifest, who has all of the creative tools in order to do that. The Seven of Swords is someone who is trying to get away with something. Deceit, liar. You pair these two cards together and you have the perfect recipe for manipulation. Definite manipulation. Your intuition knows, or the person you're dealing with, their intuition knows. But somebody's ignoring that. Why? Why are you ignoring your intuition? You're being asked not to, all right? So, here's the thing. And I was in this situation myself. All right, so here's what I'm kind of feeling for a lot of you. It's like this hope that something or someone is genuine, even though you know good and damn well they're full of shit. You know, but you just want them to be genuine. You just want them to like be something that they're not. They're not going to be that. And so while you know this about that person, it still causes some pain because that's not what you want. You're just like, if this person could just stop with the games, we could communicate. We could work on things. But they just can't tell the truth. It's frustrating. You know, it's really frustrating energy. All right, so someone here could be trying to manipulate a situation or, you know, coming forward and being like, yeah, I'm supportive, or yeah, I didn't mean that, or they're trying to offer a connection, but it's like not, it's manipulative. Like they have underlying motives here. And I think that like they really want whoever this is, and if it's you, then you know it's you doing this. They want to change someone else's perception. Or you do, if this is you. And I have a Billie Eilish song in my head, and God, I love Billie Eilish. And it's the song, the lyric that's coming up is, I could lie and say I like it like that. Oh, I love that song. That's not the main part of the song. She says, don't you know too much already? I'll only hurt you if you let me. I'll only hurt you if you let me. I love that song. Let me let you go. Quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. I can lie and say I like it like that, I like it like that. Don't mind my terrible singing. So that could be a message for you or someone you're dealing with. If it isn't you, then pay attention this week because you might have somebody going through that. And I mean, you're going to know, right? But I would say be careful that you're not seeing something for the way that you want to see it versus like the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? When the party's over. Yes, that's the name of the song. Thank you. Because I think spiritually this week, your mind could easily cloud your intuition. And because you want to push the energy forward to come out of this, because you want to come out of this so bad, you may ignore some red flags here or not really see what you need to see. And some of you may offer love or support to someone else only to regret it later or for them not to return it. So really, really be careful with that. And some of you are dealing with someone like that. So I don't know how many different ways I could tell you this story, right? But that's the energy I'm feeling. And it's really testing your dedication. Okay, the things that you've already put into place, the things that you've worked on. Yeah. Sorry, not the easiest energy, Aries. Let's see. Prepare to be astounded. This says, send them love, wish them peace, wish them happy. That's so hard to do when you feel manipulated, all right? But this literally says, by doing this, by taking the higher road, which is what you're being asked to do, you become the manifester. You become the magician. So you could overcome that challenge this week, right? Definitely could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Got Scorpio on the bottom of this deck here. So let me know. Let me know. Keep it on the up and up, Aries. I hope that don't set the tone for everyone. So I did a video recently. We're going to go to Taurus now. I did a video recently about karaoke, Zodiac karaoke. And it's like, if you want to watch it, it's the video I posted before this one last week, where I'm trying to strengthen my ability to channel without cards, okay? And I get a lot of spiritual messages via songs, lyrics, whatever. And so I tested my hand for the first time ever at just sitting there and being quiet for each zodiac sign and waiting to see what song came to mind. And although I did not invent that, it's other people have done it on YouTube, so I'm not claiming that as my own idea. I just thought it would be fun to try it. And it's my table, Lauren. Sorry. But I got so into the video that I forgot to explain the song meaning. And so some people took it really literally. They were like, I don't even know that song. Don't resonate. But it wasn't really about the actual song. It's never about the actual song. It's the meaning of the song that is what makes the message, right? So it doesn't even matter if you like that genre or if you even know the artist. Like, for instance, in the Aries reading, it really has nothing to do with Billie Eilish in that song. It has to deal with the message of the lyrics that popped into my mind, right? So if I ever do it again, I'll be mindful this time to also explain what the song and the message meant, because I recognize I should have done that. But instead I left it up for interpretation. But if I ever do it again, I'll do better. And let me know if you guys liked that or what you thought about that, please. Taurus. Taurus. Four of Swords here, Taurus, which talks about healing, rest, restoration. taking time out, being silent, meditation. And Four of Pentacles, 2 fours, interesting. Control. The Four of Pentacles in this deck is about control. Some of you may choose to go into the Four of Swords energy this week, which is kind of keeping things to yourself in order to maintain control over self or situation. All right, so that's an interesting vibe to get. Sometimes there's power in silence, right? All right, and then you got Scorpio energy here now. That could be in your chart, could be dealing with that sign, and or it's just the influencing vibes this week. It's an intense vibe. It is also a very quiet energy. You know, Scorpios, although they certainly can be very extroverted, then generally choose to keep a lot to themselves. And so whether you're dealing with one or that's just the energy influencing you this week, it's that sense of not feeling the need to tell everybody your every thought and emotion, kind of keeping things to yourself for good reason. And although it can be somewhat of a secretive energy, on the very negative vibe, manipulative, it also, on the other side of that, can be very transformative, very intense, you know, really push you and motivate you. So it's all about how you want to channel that energy. I think for you, Taurus, this week, you know, it's best to say nothing at all versus saying your mind, okay? Sometimes there's power in not revealing everything, right? And then as I say that, 8 of Swords. Well, that would be self-restrictive energy there. The 8 of Swords is an interesting card in that it depicts someone that you think is being bound, but actually this person has bound themselves, meaning they put themselves in that circumstance and they can easily leave it with free will. So this is purposely choosing to restrict oneself, speech, thoughts, patterns, things like that. Why? 7 of Cups, because there's confusion here. Ooh, and then the Ace of Swords. I'm like extra today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Then the Ace of Swords. Clarification, the truth. If you just stay quiet long enough this week, Taurus, you may find out by maybe just observing others a lot of information that you didn't know before. You know, so if there has been confusion there, the energy is saying, don't chase after it, you know, no need to take action because the truth is going to reveal itself naturally, or the information you need is going to come to you without effort, or, you know, that epiphany, that communication, whatever it is for you. All right. So I think you start the week not really being sure of where to place your time and energy, and therefore not really doing anything. You could be very isolated, introverted. Some of you working on your health with the healing card here. And then towards the end of the week, it's like, aha, I don't know. I don't know what that's about, so we'll see. Let's say the Swords. 2 of Wands, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. This is going to be an intense week. Right? Not like what you guys want to hear, right? Because last week was intense, too. 2 of Wands here. This is waiting to act. This is holding yourself back, trying to see the next direction, but not acting on it, all right? Why? Either you don't know what you don't know, you're confused, there's too many options, you're not sure where to put your time and energy. Some of you don't have the resources right now, or you're not really sure where you're going to get the support or resources from, or you may have been left out in the cold if this is a relationship or have done that to someone else. And then what comes at the end of the week? Dun, 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 dun. Eight of Wands, Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Lovers. For some reason, I want to say so bad, bada boom, bada bing. I literally held myself from saying that because it's such a dorky thing to say, but I really wanted to say it. That's how I feel. Here comes communication, enlightenment, whether that's coming from you or someone else. A decision being made here after much thought, after much self-restriction, after much confusion, after a timeout, after a period where you needed to heal yourself. You might have got so stressed out, Taurus, that you literally let it manifest as like a physical illness for some of you, where maybe your immune system was down, or you have headaches, or tension, anxiety, things like that. For some of you, not all of you. But it's the sense of like breaking through that energy this week after taking your control back. And then things moving forward in a big way. Okay, so definite new information or some sort of conclusion here. Some sort of enlightenment that helps to move or helps you to make a decision after a period of not really knowing. It's a cooperative energy, but you got to wait for it. All right, that's the key this week. I want to know what the decision is because I'm nosy. What's the decision here? And this could be work, finances, love, family. I don't know. You name it. Oh my gosh, Ace of Cups. Love, emotional fulfillment, new beginnings. Some of you a new partner if you're single. Others of you a renewal of your mental clarity, of your emotional well-being. You know when you feel good, like when you really feel good, you just wake up and your body feels good, you have a lot of energy, the sun is shining. Everybody has a day like that, and you're just like, ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 10 of Cups, yeah. I feel that energy for you. So if you've been in a fog, a mental fog, a physical fog, whatever this is, it's gonna lift towards the end of this week. So that's good news, right? And a decision here and or a choice in love or communication in regards to that for some of you. And I have the Pharrell song, Happy, in my brain. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to hide someone. And I accidentally erased yours, Cass Love. So sorry. I forgot what I was saying. I have the song Pharrell, Happy, in my... Everybody knows that song. I'm not going to sing it. Could be dealing with Gemini, Scorpio. Can be... I pretty much have all the elements here. Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra. Those are the predominant ones, but like I said, I have fire and earth here as well to a lesser degree. So. I like that one. Let's go to Gemini now. My hair's getting too long. I have a hair appointment this week. Woo. I don't know. Like you guys care. TMI. So maybe you'd want to know. FYI, I'm getting my hair done next weekend. I'm not cutting it. I would never cut my hair. I would trim it, but I will never cut it. But I like it darker than this. This is my natural color, really, because all of the dye is out of it, but I like it much darker usually. So I'm gonna go dark. And look, I went dark with my nail color too. It looks black, but if you look up close, you probably can't see it on camera. It has pink and purple sparklies in it. Can you see it? It's actually really pretty. Oh, my purple. ADD. Gemini. Gemini. I'm very energetic today, so I'm probably going to talk too much. But if you don't like me talking, just find someone else to watch. I don't know. Gemini. Too bad, so sad. That's what I'm saying. All right, Six of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords in this deck talks about drama for your mama. Okay. Six of Cups is the past energy, like shadow phase of the retrograde. So it certainly could be, you know, someone you have past history with, maybe even past drama with, that's being highlighted this week for whatever reason. If so, I got a caution there for you on that, because I think it will bring drama, but you have free will. It also talks about, you know, past dramas, replaying them maybe this week, or someone you're dealing with is. What's interesting is that in this deck, the Six of Cups talks about support. Can you have supportive drama? I don't know. It could be someone that's generally, in general, usually very supportive of you, but this week they may be a little bit cutting, or they may have drama going on, and maybe the roles have to be reversed to a degree, or vice versa. Then you have Virgo energy here. So this is talking about being more insightful, being more discerning, being more subtle, refined. It can be a hypercritical energy if it's not channeled correctly. But this is asking you to be more reserved in your approach this week, whether it's to a person or a situation, or maybe towards yourself. I don't know. We'll see. Gemini. You had a card fly there. Wow. Okay, so Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Get out of your own dang way, Gemini. I feel like there is definitely some new energy coming in. For a lot of you, it's going to be career. Something that seems very small to start with, but that has the potential, like growth potential, quite a bit here. But maybe you worry you can't do it. Maybe you worry you can't learn it, or you won't be good enough, or whatever negative thinking that's blocking you. You need to say goodbye to that, okay? And yeah, it's okay to gain insight, but this is saying don't be so overcritical of yourself, I feel, but for some of you, of someone else, you know, because I think if you play your cards right and you plant your seeds, there's growth potential here, all right? Or if this is to do with a relationship, then there's something being presented that has the ability to grow into something more committed, or is committed, etc. But I want to know what the stress is about, or whatever this Nine of Swords is. This up at night energy. That doesn't literally mean you're up at night, but it's kind of like definitely letting your own thinking get in your way for whatever reason. But it certainly could be insomnia. So what's the Knight of Swords? Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Some of you are replaying drama. I don't know if you've ever had this happen to you, but I had this happen to me recently, and I'm a Gemini rising, as if you can't tell, where I just woke up in a panic. I haven't done this in a long time. I used to do it all the time when I had panic attacks and all of that a couple years ago. But I haven't had one in a really long time. But I woke up just like from a dead sleep to like sitting straight up like this. And I was just very, I don't know, I can't even explain it. It was like being scared to death, but no idea why. Or, you know, and then like coming to and realizing like, oh, okay, this is all in my head. But it was like all of the worst thoughts I ever had just flooding my mind all at once. And it woke me up in the middle of the night. And that happened last week. So maybe some of you might be experiencing that or may have that happen to you this upcoming week, but it's just that. It's all in your head. It's all elusive energy here, okay? Especially with the Nine of Cups here. Because the Nine of Cups is a like kind of an elusive, overindulgent type of vibe here. So for some of you, that's what it is. But you could be dealing with someone too that is feeling this energy that they won't express it, or maybe you won't express it because you want to appear that you're satisfied with the way things are or satisfied with yourself. And so you don't want to reveal maybe like some inner drama going on or inner conflict, even though you have a lot of supportive energy here around you, a lot of growth potential, a lot of movement forward possible this week. All right, travel for some of you. Yeah. So here you have the Page of Pentacles and the Chariot. Then the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Also, and this is for a few of you, drinking or substances will heighten this week. So if you're trying to suppress like this anxious energy, if you are in the group that's feeling that, and you do it with substances, maybe even some of you like foods that you know you shouldn't eat, it will only heighten it. So it's like a caution, FYI. All right. So the energy moving forward here, yeah, Page of Pentacles. An opportunity to, like I said, travel for some of you, or an opportunity to move forward simply within the energy. Growth potential. Oops. And whatever this growth potential is, it's encouraging you to become more independent, more self-sufficient. You know, so to come out of this fear-based mentality and push the energy forward, leave the drama for your mama and focus on the task at hand, giving your attention to the people that support you as opposed to the people that naysay you. Yeah. And like I said, for those of you that are dealing with someone in specific, if on the outside, first of all, if you're in this group where you're dealing with someone in specific, they're egotistical as hell. I'm sorry. Your cross watchers probably gonna slap me. I mean, that's the vibe they're giving off. But they're so freaking insecure underneath of that. It's obvious. And that's why they create drama in the form of support. You know, like an enabler type of energy almost. Like someone that pretends like they're there, they want a listening ear, but really they're just there to like hear the gossip because they're insecure. This could be someone that pretends that they know more than they know, or like drama surrounds this person. Everybody knows someone like that. I know someone like that. That's always like complaining that they have to, like, oh, this family would fall apart without me. I just always have to take care of everybody else. But like, you know that this person also like enjoys people being dependent on them because they love playing that role. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of vibe. That type of vibe. Some of you, it might be you doing that. If it's you, be real with yourself. Others of you could certainly be dealing with someone like that if you're dealing with the person in particular this week. And I'm seeing mostly water, air, and Virgo here, but it can be any zodiac sign. All right. So be careful if that's you. Like I said, I see water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. All right. I have fire here too, but I don't really feel that as much. But for some of you, it could be fire. Fire sign. So. I would say, like, Gemini, you always seem to have a lot going on. But who am I to judge? I'm a Gemini rising, so I feel you. Right there with you. Aw, thanks, JH. Loves you too. All right, so let's go to Cancer. Cancer. All right, so you have King of Cups and the Two of Swords. Oh my gosh, if I don't get away from this darn Nine of Swords. Carmen, don't you give me any more money. I love you though, but you don't have to give me super chats. Thank you for the $40. And yeah, you're probably gonna have to come get me that pole. She's talking about a windowsill pole, not like a stripper pole. All right, y'all. Although it looks like good exercise. I saw J-Lo do it at the Super Bowl. I was impressed. And let me tell y'all, if I look like that at 50, I'm going to climb my ass on a pole too. You know, I'm going to show it off to the world. If I look like that at 50, I ain't no shame in my game. So the people that were offended by that, wait till you see what happens when I turn 50 if I look like that. But anyways, she's talking about a curtain that she bought me that I still haven't hung up because I'm a procrastinator. But yeah, you're probably gonna have to come hang it up for me. Anyways, wow, my ADD is on fire today. Cancer, I have your cards out, and all right, so back to you. So Cancer, what I have out is the King of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, which I can't get away from. Seven of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. What is the deal? Some of you could be dealing with Aries energy because they had that. Others of you, this is just like the vibes that are going on right now. There might be some decisions to be made as it pertains to love or commitment. There might be some uncertainty within a commitment or love or a friendship. Whatever this is for you, could definitely be, you could be embodying the King of Cups energy, which is kind of taking the more emotionally mature approach, but at the same time, like not really revealing everything that you're feeling either. Or you could be dealing with the King of Cups energy, where that's the approach they're trying to show you, but I think deep down they're very uncertain about what. I don't know. We'll see. So, Then you have the ninth house highlighted of seeking. So this is all about higher education, adventures, spiritual quest, kind of going outside of the box. So some of you could be really uncertain as to where to like commit your energy. Do you commit it to love or do you commit it to your passions? I think that Cancer, the zodiac sign of Cancer to me is one of the most extroverted water signs. And I'm always amazed with Cancer females in particular because they are like this powerhouse of, don't ever underestimate a Cancer female, I'm telling you right now. Because they're the type that can have like 10 freaking kids, work 3 jobs, you know, but yet still be looking good, you know, still taking classes, staying busy. Like they are the queen of being able to keep all of their ducks in a row and look fabulous while doing it. You know, to like give you a really good example, Angelina Jolie is a Cancer. That girl can do anything. You know, they're very Cancer, you're very, very driven in that way. The females are. Now, I get a different vibe from Cancer men, and we'll go into that a different day. But I'm telling you, Cancer men too have that determination about them. I actually think that Cancer men are more emotional than the Cancer females. Or at least they express it more than the females do, I feel, in my experience, but it could be vice versa. Take it how you want it. Why do I say all of that? Because I think that that's what's being tested this week. Not tested. There's uncertainty here. It's like there's so many things that you want to do and see, and for some of you it's travel, you know, but at the same time you're committed. You have obligations. You are, you know, likely the person that runs the show in your family or in your house or whatever. Or you feel like that's where you want to give your energy, but at the same time, feeling like you're shorting yourself in a different area of life is what I'm getting. All right. There's uncertainty around here, around this energy. And then there's the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, the 2 of Swords is here again. Oh gosh. 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords. Well, this is the energy I was just talking about, all right? Especially if you're a female. Men, male Cancers, you could be dealing with a female like this. Very independent type of female. All right? They like to call the shots. Cancer females, this is your energy. You may like to call the shots. You don't really need anyone. You could do it. You could do it yourself. So the people that you're bringing into your life are people that you want but don't need. And don't get it twisted. And I feel like some of you might be telling someone that. Like, you're here because I want you, but not because I need you. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody could be saying that to you. This is blunt communication here. This is needing to make a decision, but being really uncertain. You know, so you're betting, but you're betting on yourself because that's the only certainty you have, I feel, this week. Definitely a very independent vibe here. I feel like you actually do know what you want. But you may not be revealing that to someone else. Like someone may think that you're uncertain about something or the way you feel or a commitment, but actually you know. And I think what you know is that you want to be more independent, actually. All right. Angelina is a Gemini? I don't think so. Is she a Gemini? If she is, she's got to be close to the cusp. I swore I've looked this up before. No, she is a Gemini. That's okay. You get what I mean. I don't have any other examples to give you, but except the Cancer females that I know in my own life, and they are badass. But someone like that, all right? Anyways, this is why I don't read the chat. Doesn't matter, you get the point I was getting at. She reminds me of a Cancer. Maybe she's a Cancer rising. All right, so the devil here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Four of Cups. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. Can I talk? Queen of Cups. There's like an obsessive need to do things the way that you want to do them. All right, and refusing really to see it any other way this week, or someone may be doing that to you. Like just not being interested in hearing anything that you don't want to hear. Being very closed off. For some of you, this is what I was talking about. Being closed off emotionally or uncertain there. Or someone thinks that you are, but actually you're not uncertain. You don't want it. You don't want them. And they maybe can't get that through their head, or you don't want to give your energy, lend your energy to that this week. So it's almost like there's definitely a rejection here, whether it's you or them, or being at minimal emotionally distant, closed off. Because I think that whatever the situation is, there is a tug of war going on between asserting your independence and asserting your need to commit. And they may not be lining up this week, so you may be at odds with that energy. Or you could have someone here that you're committed to, that you're uncertain about, or they want to commit and you're uncertain about it because you're afraid it will make you feel on just yet another obligation. That's terrible to think about relationships that way. I think, like I said, this is especially true if you're a female. If you're a man, I think you're dealing with a female like that who maybe doesn't really want to be tied down, or feel obligated to a relationship, at least not this week. I can keep going on this one. I don't know how long I've been talking to Cancers, but this one's interesting. So, could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, a Scorpio. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Thank you for the $25 super chat, Lisa. Appreciate you. Yeah. That was Cancer. How am I doing on time? Oh my gosh, I'm already an hour in and I'm not even halfway. Princess Diana was a Cancer. Okay, so we'll use her as opposed to Angelina Jolie, that I thought was either a cusper or a Cancer, but I guess she's a Gemini. And who does anybody do that where you try to guess like a famous person's zodiac sign? Like I cannot watch a movie anymore without being like Leo, Aquarius, I try really hard not to do it in my real life because I don't want to go around like prejudging people. But when I'm watching like a reality show in particular, I'd be like, they got to be a Taurus, You guys know what I'm saying? But sometimes when I've really looked into it, I found out even if I was wrong, that they ended up having that sign, and usually their moon or rising. Because sometimes the rising is most important as far as like external perception. For instance, like people perceive me as a Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, but I'm actually an Aquarius sun. So even though they have that perception, that's not who I truly am. So I often find like when I'm trying to guess someone's zodiac sign, I accidentally guess their rising or their moon. So I don't know if you guys do that. Leo. This is going to be like a 3-hour video. I'm going to go much faster now. Leo, you have the Four of Swords here and the Moon energy. So this is about your dreams and healing all at the same time. Okay. So this is like highlighting your subconscious, your more intuitive nature. Some of you could have Pisces within your chart or be dealing with one this week. For others of you, this is just like a very subconscious type of vibe. Your dreams could be speaking to you this week, all right? You may really have a lot of things that were activated on the Leo full moon. All right, which I'm telling you, if you're a Leo and you felt that full moon, most Leos felt it in a very positive shift, in a very positive way, because you're comfortable, right, with the full moon. But some of you, what it brought up inside of you was healing yourself, taking time out, taking time for self, getting rest for some of you. You know, quietly thinking though too about your dreams and your subconscious emotions, bringing it to the consciousness. Okay. Then you have Aries energy here. You could be dealing with an Aries or have that somewhere in your birth chart, or it's just the energy around you this week, all right? So this is in stark contrast from what I was picking up. I was kind of picking up like a chill vibe, like, yeah, chill vibe. And then all of a sudden we have this fiery energy here, which is more in your element, actually. This is all about self-starting, being daring, being assertive, being fiery, on a mission, courageous. It's very similar to Leo energy. So for some of you, the full moon this past weekend has activated this more radical side of you, and it may be, you know, showing up more this week or be activated this week. Be careful, because if you let it go to the negative, it can become a combative, competitive, argumentative, impulsive vibe. All right, or you could draw someone into your energy that's like that. So, you know, watch that. Then you have Six of Cups, the Lovers. I just had the song Secret Lovers pop into my head. Secret Lovers. That might be for a few of you. Okay. Only for a few of you. I always get that song when I see the Lovers card in the moon. Either way, thank you for the $10, Lauren. I like the emoji too. Sweet. All right. Six of Cups. This is past energy. This is nostalgia. This is memories. For some of you, children, if you have children, they might be involved in this energy this week. But to me, it's always like, especially with the moon here, is like past subconscious issues coming to the surface, particularly when you're at rest, like when your mind is quiet, maybe when you're driving, when you're sleeping, when you're laying in bed, you may reminisce the past this week quite a bit. And it could be in regards to decisions that were made, particularly in love or in emotion. And then the Magician here, which is manifestation. So that could be good or bad. We'll see. I think for some of you, what this is saying is you got to give up the past before you can truly heal and manifest yourself. So and some of you, you know, you may be like, I have let go of the past. But there's something much deeper than that, like within your soul or within your subconscious, that's still holding on to whatever that regurgitates in your dreams for some of you. And it's making the choice to let that energy go or let it heal you and push you forward versus like dwelling. And then things change here. So there's a few different ways I can read this. What's a Six of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. Could be relation to work or money or commitment for some of you. Six of Wands. No. Swords. Why do I keep getting those mixed up today? The Magician. Am I going to be able to see what the Magician is? What is it? It's justice. So I feel like Leo, you know, you have some supportive energy here with someone that you have a past history with or maybe have a commitment with currently. It's just like letting whatever it is from the past fuel you in a way that makes you more stable. For some of you, very interested in using things that you've known from the past to help you gain money or insight into how to build up your finances, quite literally. But for others of you, this is making that decision to move forward from choices that were made in the past. You know? And what does it bring about? It brings about more balance, more justice, healing energy. So here's what I know about the sign of Leo. And I know Leos pretty well because I'm married to one. But if ever you make decisions that don't feel right with your heart chakra, you tend to dwell on it because you're a fixed sign. And I think Leos internally are one of the hardest zodiac signs on themselves. No matter how you come off to other people, and a lot of times your external will show very macho if you're a male, or very like, I know what I want if you're a female, you know what I'm saying? That feisty vibe. But also, if you feel like you made a wrong choice in the past, it will dwell. It will dwell. You beat yourself up over it. You'll think about it. You'll go back to the past in your mind and your emotions. And even though things are just fine now, or actually moving forward even into a better balance, it could be hard to release that subconscious piece of you, because really it has a lot to do with as well as the fact that Leo energy likes to feel like they've won, like they are the best, like they come out on top. And when you don't come out on top, it's like, huh? Okay, you know, like you must not know I'm the best, right? I'm joking with you, but it hurts. It hurts deeply, deeply for Leo's pride, because you're very prideful. You're the freaking lion, right? Okay. So yeah, I feel that energy here for some of you. But actually what it's pushing you to do is become more assertive and more independent. It's giving you the tools that you need to create balance within your life, to make decisions that push the energy forward, that are better and more in your higher good. And it's taking that past emotion here, using that as fuel. Now, there's a group of you here that is committed with children involved, or children together. And if you're in that group, then things actually look like they're moving forward. There's a decision here to manifest with each other, to travel maybe, or to just keep the balance, keep the peace, keep the justice. Or that's what you're being encouraged to do. All right. That's if you're in a current committed relationship with either a lot of past history together, or children together, or a home together. Things look balanced this week. There might be some healing going on within the dynamic. Some of you, it's with your children. Not even a spouse, just with the children. All right? So I actually have a lot of different messages here. Like, essentially, what the energy is saying is sacrifice the need to beat yourself up for whatever it was you were beating yourself up over, or sacrifice the idea that you are less than someone else, or, you know, or anything that doesn't serve you. Because you do deserve justice, manifestation. Sacrifice anything that doesn't support that. And move on with it, Leo. All right, so could be doing with a Gemini, an Aries, a Pisces, a Libra. To a lesser degree, Aquarius. For a few, it could be Cancer, Scorpio. And that's what I have for you. All right, Virgo. You know, last time I went live, I had makeup underneath my eye for the whole video. And not one of you said anything. I'm highly disappointed in all of you. Don't let me come on camera with my makeup crazy or a booger hanging out or something weird. You know, like, y'all need to tell me. Like, Dana, fix your face. You know, I would do it for you. Jeez. It's courtesy. Because of where the chats are on my phone, I can't see my face unless I remove the chats, which I prefer to see the chats. I don't know why. All right, Virgo. Okay, thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. You're excused this time, Shaylee. I'll get closer. How about this? Is this like scary close? Anyways, that's too close without having a filter. I need to put some filters on my phone, like a Snapchat filter. I gotta be like a doggy for an entire, you know, the dog filter. I'll be a puppy. I can't get too close without that. You can see my age on my face. All right, anyways. Virgo. Virgo. All right, Virgo, you don't have anything going on? All right, here we go. Independence, Queen of Swords, energy here, and determination. Woo! That's a firehouse. If you're a female Virgo and you are embodying the Queen of Swords, you will be fiercely independent this week. Definitely determined to overcome any obstacle, anything. If you are a Virgo male, you're probably dealing with a female energy like this, but you certainly could be the one embodying this as well. Being more independent, feeling more self-sufficient, cutting through the bullshit, being bound and determined. You have a goal, you're going for it. Bam, that's it. All right, bottom of the deck is the Death card, which is changes, transformation. Some of you Scorpio energy, but we'll see. So bound and determined, that is the energy that I'm feeling here, you know. And I don't see that, like, really, I want one card. Does anybody else talk to their cards like that? I be yelling at my cards sometimes, like, nope, that's not what I want. That's disrespectful to the energy. My apologies. But sometimes I talk to my cards. All right, finally, 10th house, reputation. So this is all about, for some of you, this is career, but others of you, this is just about your achievements, being more responsible, being your own authority in your life, okay? Going towards your purpose and building up your empire for some of you. This is a boss mode energy here, for real, and it's highlighting your 10th house of reputation. So let's see what's up with that. King of Cups. Oh no. Uh-oh. Three of Swords. The Emperor. Holy cow. Okay. I have male and female messages here. So I don't usually go into male and female, but I will do that here in a minute. As a general energy, this is not to be messed with, okay? Virgo, I feel like as a general energy this week, you will not let your emotions make decisions for you, or you're being cautioned not to. And I don't think you are. I think you're cutting through even your own emotional self. You know, and it could be coming from a place of hurt, whether that's hurt from a long time ago, hurt that's currently going on, whatever this is with the Three of Swords here. But it's almost taking that and making it into this Emperor energy, which isn't necessarily the greatest. Now, in a good way, this is like saying, I will not be controlled by my emotional self. I will take control and be logical and let it make me more determined. It's like refusing that what you consider emotionally weak part of yourself. Nothing wrong with that unless you let it go too far, and you can always take it too far, where you let it make you become harder instead of stronger. There's a difference between letting pain make you harder versus stronger. It's like the story about boiling the egg. If you don't know that story, Google it. So that's the general energy I feel. Now, females, actually, I feel that stronger for males, men, Virgo. I feel more so that you are trying to, like I said, not let your emotions dictate how you're going to handle things this week. And I think females, you probably dealing with someone like that. That's a masculine energy. But like I said, take it how it resonates. It could be your energy as well. Vice versa. Doesn't matter. Holy cow. You got too many people here. Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands now. What in the world? The Strength card, Seven of Cups. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Wasn't that what I was just saying? Let it make you stronger, and then the friggin' Strength card comes out, as opposed to harder. Difference, right? So I think there's a strong sense of wanting to overcome, you know, any type of emotional insecurities, emotional confusion, emotional pain, and you just want to slice right through it. You kind of want to jump over the part where you have to deal with it. I don't feel you want to deal with it this week. And be careful, because eventually you're going to have to deal with the emotion. So don't bypass that part. because you will only come back to it later. You can't do that in life. I mean, you can, but it'll always resurface. It's called unresolved issues will always resurface. All right. So yeah, if you're a female, I feel a very harsh energy here. So if you're dealing with a female Virgo this week, watch out. They'll probably cut you off in a second, especially if they feel like you're being emotionally manipulative or trying to offer a new beginning after you've hurt them. They have no pity on you at all this week. You know, if you are trying to, if you're a man dealing with a Virgo woman and you're trying to offer emotions and commitment, just know that they're fiercely independent, that there's heartache here, whether that's on your side or their side, and they're bound and determined to overcome something that really emotionally confused them. If you're a Virgo male, Virgo man, or masculine energy, I should say, because we can all carry masculine or feminine. I'm trying to be better about that, masculine and feminine. Then I feel like there's a sense of wanting to emotionally commit to yourself and overcome anything that's hurt you. And I think you're just determined to show your strength, even though you still aren't really certain, you know, about which direction you're going, but at the same time, you're bound and determined to go there. And I feel a heavy, heavy caution for Virgo men to not jump over any emotional issues that still need to be dealt with, because you're only going to end up coming back to it later, and we're almost to the retrograde, so I can bet you it's going to bite your ass within the next 2 weeks, probably, if that is what you're doing. Some of you are facing it, but you're letting it fuel your achievements, actually, or your purpose, or like letting it make you stronger. You know which group you're in. Intense. And there's a very few of you, because I can't not say this. And if you're not in this group, don't tell me you're not in the group. I don't care. If you're in this group, you know. 3 of Swords here, and you got 3 different energies. Some of you got, you dealing with 3 people. You're dealing with multiple people this week. They don't all have to be intimate. Some of you, yeah. Some of you got options. You know, you might have someone that's wanting to emotionally commit here. Then you've got likely a fire sign here that's gone through a lot of emotional pain. And then another older energy here where there's a lot of confusion here about that needs to be overcome still. I think if you are dealing with multiple people, honestly, the water sign looks the most favorable, but I see you choosing a fire sign. All right, so that's like maybe a few of you. Just a few of you, but I have to say that because I see that here. Or it's like the fire sign is the one that's hurt, I feel, if you're dealing with 2 or more people. And the water sign is actually more genuine than you think. All right? So could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, Virgo, that was unexpected. Libra. Libra. 8 of Pentacles, Libra. You know what? I said I was going to use this one, and I never used it except for Aries. Oh well. Um, I'll use it next time. All right, so Libra, you have the Fool energy here and Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles on this deck talks about dedication, and the Fool card talks about innocence, but I always see it also as Aries energy. Dedicated to your innocence. Interesting. So, Libra, I think that, you know, this upcoming week, you may be working very hard at your craft, within your job, within yourself, whatever this is, because you want to go on you will be going on some new paths, new adventures, a new self-discovery is what I get the most here. Because to me, innocence talks about discovering pieces of ourselves that we didn't know yet. You know, it's like, wow, I didn't even know I was capable of that, or I didn't know I had that in me, or, you know, it's like a self-realization vibe that I'm feeling here. And it's going to require some dedication. So, also, do not, you know, make decisions this week without all the information, because there is a warning that needs to be heeded here. Heed the warning is what comes to mind. So don't be like impulsive, jumping before you think, naive, that type of vibe. You really want to avoid that type of energy. It's all about your 10th house this week being highlighted, which is highlighting career, like I said, for some of you. For others of you, it's your achievements, it is your reputation, it is building your empire. So this is really similar to who just had this, Virgo, right? Could be on the cusp of that. I think Leo had it as well. I know someone else had this one. Remind me in the chat. Either way, that's kind of what's being highlighted, your 10th house of reputation. So let's see where this is going, Libra. Five of Swords. Whoa, you had a card go all the way over there. Hold on. Okay. All right. And the High Priestess here. All right. Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So, Libra. I just got the funniest thing away. Someone thinks that they got the best of you, you know, but nope, nope, no, no, no. It's like this energy of, for some of you, it's simply just inner conflict. But I got this message as soon as I looked at this card, which is like someone's like, haha, got him, you know, and then they go back to look at the Libra to see how hurt and damaged they are. And the Libra's like, yeah, I'm good, I'm fine. Like not even looking back. So if you have people opposing you this week that want to get the best of you, ain't gonna happen, you know, because I feel like they'll end up making themselves look foolish. All right. I think someone might be trying to damage someone's reputation here. Whether that's you doing that or someone doing that to you, or maybe that's been done in the past. But this is like, you know, a light being shown on that, and it ends up making someone look really foolish. Some of you could have Scorpio in your chart or dealing with one, because the warning in the Scorpio reading for February was about someone ending up looking foolish. Okay. So I see that vibe here for some of you. So if you've had like naysayer gossip or people thinking like, yeah, I got them good. Well, they got themselves. They don't play themselves, because here they are trying to look to see how hurt you are, and you ain't even looking at them. You don't even know they exist. You don't even care that they think that they won. It's just, it's like, did you really win anything if the person doesn't care that you won? No. And it's not giving that satisfaction. Don't give that satisfaction. If you're dealing with a foolish person, you know, it's like hold yourself to a higher standard or you will be. All right. I think that there's a cooperative energy here, especially within career, but it could be any area of your life. It's like working together. It could be within family as well. Listening to your higher guidance with the high priestess here. It's like you know the truth of a situation without having to be told the truth of a situation. Listen to your intuition because it's correct. This is an interesting read. What's the Five of Swords? Eight of Swords. The Devil. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the Five of Swords is the Eight of Swords and the Devil. Thank you for the 1999. I didn't see your name. Hold on. Rewriting verse. Thank you. Appreciate your super chat. Y'all be so good to me today. Thank you. Sorry, Libra. Anyways, some of you is definitely a Capricorn or an air sign for some of you that you're dealing with, whether it's you or them. But I'll give you the overall energy regardless of the zodiac sign. It's like this person keeps themselves stuck by constantly trying to one-up you, constantly trying to be smarter than, constantly trying to have the upper hand, control, whatever. They could have, like, it's like a toxic trait of this person. But it always, like, it always keeps them stuck, not you. And, like, this person doesn't even realize it. They can't even see their own insanity here. You know, keep trying to watch and break you down, and they end up breaking themselves down. Wasn't that karma, right? Now, if you're not dealing with someone like that, this is a warning to you because I said there is a warning to heed. And that warning is don't allow yourself to go into like a defeatist type of vibe where it's like, oh, I'm never going to win. I'm not going to come out on top. I don't have what I need. Or it's hurt in the past, so it's always going to be that way. Like, don't let that type of vibe, energy. It's all about self-discovery, discovering that you are stronger and better than that this week if you're not dealing with someone, all right? So, Three of Pentacles. Hierophant, Karma, Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Wands. This is saying, you know, it's very simple, actually. This is saying work on things that build you up. Okay. Hobbies, things that you love to do. People, surround yourself with people that support the things that you want, support your goals. Stay committed. Take the higher road. Then karma goes in your favor. And you need to distance yourself from this energy. Here, the Five of Swords energy. Distance yourself. Even if it's your own energy, distance yourself from that, you know. But if it's another person, I think that you're just over here like watching the shit show. I don't know. Keeping a distance, you know, purposely distancing from that energy. And yes, Libra. High Priestess, Ace of Cups. This is self-love, emotional fulfillment, things moving in the right direction, staying dedicated to your path, discovering new things about yourself. And I think what you're discovering about yourself this week, whether you're dealing with someone or not, is that you create your own reputation. You create your own legacy, and you get the choice at the end of the day of how you want to respond to situations and people in your life. You can play into that drama, but you're going to also be sucked into that drama. Or You could take the higher road. And a lot of you are going through like a spiritual evolution here, which we're all growing spiritually. But I think you're aware of it, you know? Like you are aware that you're on the path of self-discovery. So it could be doing with the Capricorn or Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, all right, or Scorpio. Small possibility of fire. So those are the predominant signs I see. All right. That was an interesting reading. Libra. So let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio. I got an interesting story about Scorpio. We'll see if it comes out in the reading. Yeah. I'm an hour and 40 minutes in. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do these fast today. I got too much energy today. Because like I said, I'm feeling a Leo full moon in like a positive way. Like I'm like vibing high this weekend, you know, feeling good, you know. Do we get story time today? We will, Shaylee, because I have energy to do it. So if you want to hear my story, and I have a few, if I have the energy at the end of the video, I'll share a funny story with you guys. I have many of them. I have a lot of bloopers that happen in my life on the daily because, I don't know, I just have like the weirdest things happen to me. So, Scorpio. Shandy, he's a Leo with a Cancer moon. So he's like a really sweet, sensitive Leo. Not like the egotistical part of Leo. He's more of like the caring type of Leo. So, anyways, Scorpio. Oh, that's too many. I'll take them though. All right, Three of Wands, which is all about preparation. Queen of Cups, which is your energy, Scorpio. It's all about sensitivity, tapping into your more feminine nature, even if you're a male. And then the the Emperor energy, which is the Angel of Wisdom in this deck. So interesting dynamic here. All right, it's not every day you get the sensitive Queen of Cups paired with the Emperor. All right, some of you could be dealing with water or fire this week, Aries in particular. Oh, there you are at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio energy there. For others of you, you might have that in your chart, or it's just simply the influencing vibes. So this is getting ready to take some action here, most definitely. I think that you feel a certain way, and that's how you feel, and nobody's going to sway you from that this week, okay? I think that whether you're male or female, you are very touchy this week, very sensitive maybe, but that's not what you're going to show anyone else. You're going to show them this exterior here, especially if you're a male. But like I said, it's interchangeable, male or female. So it's like not wanting people to see how sensitive you actually are, really, honestly. For whatever reason that is this week. I feel like the sign of Scorpio does that a lot. They like to be in control of what other people's perception of them are. It gives them a sense of control. And so that's kind of what I was going to say earlier, is that I had a conversation with a Scorpio this past week, a Scorpio male, that was actually really enlightening to me. And for whatever reason, this past week, I am attracting Scorpios left and right. Whether it's people contacting me on YouTube or Instagram or people I actually know. I think I've heard from at least 3 or 4 of that specific zodiac sign this past week. This is very weird. But I had a really enlightening conversation with him about the sign of Scorpio. And FYI, if you're my friend, then you know that we never talk about normal topics. And yes, I talk about astrology with my friends and tarot and all kinds of weird stuff because I'm an Aquarius. If you try to talk to me about sports or the weather, we are not friends anymore. Like, I don't care about that stuff. I want to talk about esoteric things. So luckily, this person knows this about me. And so they entertain that. But he was telling me about why Scorpios behave the way that they behave, because I find it very puzzling sometimes when I can feel intuitively that what they feel is extremely different than what they're showing, whether that be good or bad. And it just like boggles my mind as to why they do some of the things that they do, particularly Scorpio men. But females confuse me too sometimes. And he was saying, as a Scorpio himself, he was saying it's all about control. And I said, He said, yeah, he said, to give you an example, like I, as a Scorpio dude, will purposely give a female breadcrumbs and expect her to give me a 4 full course dinner. And then when she gets mad that I'm only giving her breadcrumbs, my response is to then cut her off, let her know she's replaceable, and totally ghost. And I'm thinking, why would you do that? If you genuinely care about someone, why would you ever do that? And he said, because it keeps me in control of the situation. And I just like could not wrap my mind around that. And I was like, I really thought about that. And later on, like that week, I talked to him again and I said, I really thought about what you said. And I've had my own experiences where I could tell you that's the truth. I've met, he was telling the truth about himself as well, because he's a Scorpio dude. And I've had my own experience where they've done that to me. And so then when we talked later on in the week, I said, it's really sad that that's a natural practice, if that's what it is, because at the end of the day, really the only person you're cheating out of happiness is yourself. So yeah, you may be in control. You may know you have that person under your thumb, but you don't have that person. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you have the idea that you have control, but you don't have in physical reality what it is that you wanted, right? So we had a very enlightening conversation about it. Now, why am I saying all of that, right, y'all? Because some of you are dealing with a Scorpio and you're a cross watcher and you needed to hear that. Others of you are the Scorpio, whether you're male or female. And that's kind of what this vibe is. This is feeling sensitive about something, but then wanting control. Wanting to control, the outcome, the situation, the emotion. And that could be you, or you could be dealing with a person like that. All right. And then you have Sagittarius energy here, which is the Voyager, which is wanting to be more independent. And y'all, Scorpio, I keep seeing this in your reading. This is wanting to be enthusiastic and independent. And, this has been a theme for you since like December. It's like asserting your independence. Some of you want to be single for sure, if you're not currently. Others of you, it's just this energy of wanting to be more able to stand on your own 2 feet, be more self-sufficient so that you can take some risks, so that you can travel more, so you can experience more. Like you're really craving that, I think. So let's see. I hope I didn't go like too far into my story, but I felt it was relevant. And very interesting, you know. And let me tell you this. Scorpios, they don't have a problem telling you exactly what's going on. If they trust you, if they're really your friend and in your bubble, like I will even call him out and be like, you're being really manipulative right now. And they'll be like, I know, I'm doing it on purpose. You know, like there's not even any shame in the game. You know, it's brutal. But so I don't find it shocking that he told me the truth about himself, because honestly, they don't really sugarcoat things, you know, that's what it is. And then when I told him my thoughts on it, it didn't persuade him at all to change. He was like, yeah, that might be your opinion, but I'm not going to change it. So also very, very Scorpio response. And I thought, well, I don't care if you change. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. The Fool. And then the Lovers. Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. He's going to kill me for telling that story, by the way. Sorry. And I know you watch me. I'm sorry. I didn't say your name, though, so it's secret. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. And then the Fool. Lovers. This is exactly what I was talking about. That's that cover-up. That's that not wanting to feel emotion, not wanting to express emotion, feeling sensitive but ignoring it, blocking it out, being kind of uncertain there. But you're preparing to make some big moves here, I feel. So although I don't see it coming necessarily this week, I think you are like in a preparatory phase, I guess, of whatever your next step is going to be, whether that's in love or finances or whatever. There's definitely the Fool energy here, which is a very adventurous type of vibe. That's what I picked up earlier. It's like wanting to be boundless, wanting nobody to tell you what to do, being able to run your own ship, you know, make your own decisions. And while that's fine and that's exciting energy, it's also can be a bit impulsive and get you in trouble as well. So watch it. I think you want to be in charge of making your own damn decisions, that's for sure. Some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign, Aries in particular. If you are dealing with a fire sign, there's definitely heartache here. But there's also a decision to take a risk this week. And I think it's on their part, but it could be on either or. So that's like the few of you that are specifically dealing with an Aries, because I can't ignore that it came out twice. But what's the Two of Swords? And if this isn't your energy, Scorpio, you could be dealing with someone that's closed off emotionally to you because you hurt them. They're very sensitive to that hurt. They are looking to, I don't know, make a decision to also take a leap of faith this week, whether that's towards you or away from you. All right. So, yeah, Two of Swords is the Seven of Pentacles and then Judgment here. You know, if there's been disappointments here or something going on, it's freaking Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I don't know else how to put this to you. If you hurt someone, they have not let go of it. They're deeply sensitive over it. They're still disappointed. And they're completely blocked off. On the other hand, if you were the hurt person And maybe you both were, because often in relationships, it's not one party gets hurt and the other one doesn't. Generally, both parties are hurt, right? So, if you were hurt, you're closed off, you're disappointed, you're making the decision to take, instead of like deal with that or like dwell in that, you're just like putting yourself out there, like maybe wanting to take risks. It's kind of, it's like kind of a risky energy here, but that's the decision that you're going to make, or this person's going to make if it's them. Somebody here is very self-righteous. Or appears that way this week, anyways. So what's the decision about? I got 422 people in here. That's what's up. Thanks, guys. Nine of Swords. Oh, gosh. Don't make decisions you're going to regret. Because I see that's a high probability, not just this week, but as we go into the retrograde. All right? Because you need to have all of the information here. You can't, that's kind of like what I told my Scorpio friend. It doesn't matter if you have control. You know, control is an illusion. You don't ever truly control people or situations. And you might come to that realization and look like a fool. Or someone here, especially if you're dealing with fire, but it could be any zodiac sign, may make some foolish decisions here that end up really, really putting them in a headspace that they don't want to be in. And they made those decisions because they were trying to escape dealing with the heart of the matter, the true hurt. They were too busy trying to overcome emotion or sensitivity. And when we make decisions like that, it doesn't necessarily have good karma attached to it, and it creates false starts, so to speak. All right. So I know there's people going to be mad about that that story I told. I don't care. If you're sensitive, don't watch my channel, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. This is what I hear. This is what I see. Could be dealing with Aries, Leo, Sag for sure. But also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and small possibility of Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I'm going to leave it there. You enjoy the brutal honesty? Well, good. I hope so, because if you don't, you're not going to stay subscribed to me very long. But that's what I have for you guys. Sagittarius. And, yeah. Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, if this Nine of Swords don't get out of this deck. Let's see what the other card, hold on. Ow. Alrighty. Sorry. I'm gonna also get out of the sun here. Two of Cups. I like that. Nine of Swords. Not crazy about that stress. There might be some stress around a partnership, soulmate connection, within love, friendship, whatever. You know, I see a very strong connection here either way for you this week, but there also might be worry about that situation or that person, or just simply anxiety going on within yourself or this person, and it's impacting it to some degree or another. Then you have challenging energy here, the Square. So there could be some stalls this week. I know you don't want to hear that, Sagittarius. Could be some frustrations here. This is saying let this motivate you. Okay, let it reorient you to the truth of the matter. And actually, it's highlighting focusing on your physical health. The best way to get out of your head is to get active within your physical body, to move the energy along, to, the best I've ever felt personally, and my Venus is in Sagittarius, is when I felt the best about my body. When I felt like I was taking care of myself, it actually reduces anxiety quite a deal. So, that's just some advice for this upcoming week, to channel the energy that way if you have some challenges going on or find yourself feeling overwhelmed or stressed out this week. Also, you have a supportive energy here, okay? Whether that comes in the form of a partner, intimate, ex, family members, friends, whatever. So then Sagittarius has Judgment here. Then the Two of Wands. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands. Woo! Oh, wow. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Tell me something good. Tell me. Tell me that you like it. That's the song that popped into my head when the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups came out. That's awesome. Well, here's the thing. There's there's decisions being made and justice being brought this week, all right? Letting this, like I said, put you into action mode. That's what I said. Get active in your life. Get out of your freaking house. Put yourself into the present moment. Take action here. There's Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. So there's emotional fulfillment, whether that's within the home or the family, I see being highlighted, but it could be any area of your life. There is a sense of staying committed to the things that bring you security, stability, that bring you wealth for some of you. Some of you may find emotional fulfillment within a career path, or vice versa. Your career path gives you emotional fulfillment or stability. But there's definite action here and a decision being made. What's the decision about? Four of Cups. The decision is rejection. Ow. Ow. Okay, I can see that a few different ways. What's the action being taken on? Justice. Nine of Wands. Wow. Okay, so the first thing that popped into my mind is that some of you are going to reject someone that has rejected you, and that's going to bring justice to a situation and actually put you in the Ten of Cups. That sounds terrible to say, right? You shouldn't reject somebody to feel justified in yourself. But for some of you, it's not a person necessarily. It's rejecting things that are not in your highest good and making the conscious decision to separate yourself from that. It's like knowing when it's not good enough, like not good enough. Whether that's things that you're settling for, or Like maybe somebody's trying to offer you something, but it's not like good enough, you know, and it launches you into action mode, finding more balance, feeling you feel very justified in doing this. So it makes me believe that this person has really challenged you in the past, or this energy, if it's an energy, has really challenged you in the past. So either you're emotionally separating yourself from it this week because you need to focus on other things that you want to focus on where your happiness is, where your fulfillment is, and you don't want to give that piece of your life or that person attention, you know. And it's like feeling very justified in not giving that your time. Some of you may have been so like someone may have made the decision to reject what you were offering in the past for whatever reason. Maybe they couldn't see your worth, they couldn't see what you had to offer that was of value, and now they realize that that connection is very important and very strong, and so they're trying to take action and seek some balance in the situation this week, only to be met with someone that's no longer interested. Like, you didn't see my worth back then, you don't get my worth now, you know what I'm saying? Or coming back to someone that's a bit on the defense, if nothing else. Some of you, it's your own self-worth. Maybe you didn't recognize that, and now you're recognizing it, hence why you're getting back into shape, hence why you're putting your energy into things that fulfill you, that bring you money, that bring you stability, that bring you happiness. Because maybe you thought you were less than that. Maybe you let past rejections make you believe that you didn't deserve that. But now we're taking action here. So there's lots of different ways I can see this, you see. Whatever you do this week, Sagittarius, you don't go back to things that made you feel less than. You don't. You don't let your mind go back there. You don't let your emotions go back there. And if it's a person that made you feel this way, then you don't go back there. It's all about bringing balance within yourself. But like I said, some of you, it is not necessarily a person you're dealing with, but like I said, separating yourself from issues with just not seeing your own worth, not realizing how worthy you really are. But I think you are realizing that. You are acting on that. You are putting your energy towards that now, and you see the reward here. Yes. So tell me something good. Tell me something good. Everything's will makeup. So could be dealing with Libra for sure. Aries, Leo, Sag. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini. Are the predominant zodiac signs I see. A small possibility of water as well. Okay, Scorpio 64. If that hurts your feelings, I'm not the reader for you. I wasn't talking about all Scorpios. I was giving an example. All right? See, I knew someone would take that the wrong way. Did I say all Scorpios are like that? No. I said he was giving me insight into how A lot of them are. But you're all different. Why I should have to explain that to you, or you felt the need to write that comment, I don't know. But that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. You can't say anything these days without someone saying, oh, well, that's not me. Well, I wasn't talking directly to you. I was giving an example that related to the reading for the people that the reading was for. So, not all Scorpios are like that. I don't think I need to say that. I have Scorpio in my own chart. I wouldn't be best friends with one and talking to them every week if I thought that, obviously. But it was a story to share. Sorry. I don't mean to get nasty with you guys, but that annoys me. Like, you know what? What's really funny is the reading was about being overly sensitive. See? Everyone's unique. I'm not overgeneralizing. Please know that. But if we're going to be honest, I know a lot of Scorpios that are like that. So maybe you're not one of them, and good for you. But I know that there's going to be a lot that watch that resonate with that, all right? And they're usually very low vibrating Scorpios. You know, but there's high vibrating and low vibrating in every zodiac sign. You should see some of the comments I get on my Aquarius readings, and I've met some very narcissistic Aquariuses. Does that mean I am? Does that mean all Aquariuses are? No, there's good and bad in each one. But I'm not going to hesitate to tell a story either that relates to a reading that I'm doing. And now I'm going on a rant because I'm triple air and you really took it there. Now I'm taking it there back. But either way, at the end of the day, I wish you the best. Honestly, I do. I'm sure I turned you off with that. I probably got a dislike, but I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows someone that ain't right in every zodiac sign. So now I don't want to pull cards on Capricorn until I calm down because I don't want to put it in the reading. So sorry if I tore your head off, but those type of comments annoy me. Like, stop making it all about you. All right. Wishing you the best. Capricorn. Capricorn, you had a great reading. You had 3 cards come out, which is 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So this is about partnerships, soulmate connection. I don't like that it's paired with the 5 of Pentacles, which is a bit of isolation. You may be isolating yourself from a possible connection here, and or they may be doing that to you. But then there's sensitivity here. So trying to be sensitive to a situation this week, Capricorn, by maybe removing yourself from the situation. Sorry if you can hear my children. They're talking about what kind of snacks they're going to eat. Sorry. Anyways. But yeah, what I really feel here, Capricorn, is more of placing an emotional distance because you're trying to be sensitive to someone else's feelings, or they're being that way towards you, or, you know, it's like giving space, maybe, where space is needed. And then flow. So this is a very emotional vibe, and Capricorn, you might be delving into your more emotional side, especially if you have water in your chart or you're dealing with a water sign, but it could just be the energy here. It's all about, like, I guess like respectfully excusing yourself, going into a more easy energy, if that makes sense. Like you're being supported to do that. It's kind of like going with the flow of the situation, trying to, like I said, distance yourself or be sensitive to others' feelings during this time period. You may be very emotional and sensitive during this time period as well. So it's, even though the Five of Pentacles here, and usually I see the Five of Pentacles as pretty negative, I don't feel that here. I feel like it's more of like taking time out to yourself when you feel you need to replenish yourself emotionally. Some of you, if you're in a current like love partnership, you may want to be in a private, you may want to keep things private with you and your partner, or have private time together. I don't know, something like that. And I have the Moon here, the King of Wands. Sorry, I had to remove a chat there. The Moon, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. What the what? You see how these two have their back to each other? So Capricorn, as an overall energy, this is highlighting, you know, like kind of the more intuitive, sensitive, secretive part of yourself, you know, and really, really focusing on that. I feel to the point that you might be isolating yourself. But there's someone here that you are not able to see eye to eye with, I don't feel, or you're currently have your backs to each other for whatever reason, whether you're male or female. Or you may have two people in your energy this week who just have two very different viewpoints. Oh, okay. And so maybe you're trying to be sensitive to both viewpoints because you want things to flow naturally. You don't want conflict. What's the Moon? All right, so then there is the Ace of Cups and the Moon, the Emperor and the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords and Justice. Holy crap. Okay. The strongest message I'm getting is that you're in between either two people or two different energies. And I don't mean like a third party, like intimate. I think like you're dealing with just a lot of people this week, or two people in particular that don't see eye to eye. You're trying to be sensitive to both whatever energies, I feel, but at the same time, you kind of like don't want anything to do with it because you don't want it to upset your flow, because you're kind of in the Ace of Cups, you're feeling good, you're feeling love, you're feeling in tune. And it's like, you know, I don't want to take part in whatever this issue is over here. And it is very clear that whoever you're dealing with, they think they're right, and so does the other person. They both think they're right, you know, not able to see each other's point of view, both feeling justified, both being stagnant, both taking fixed standpoints. And you may be excusing yourself from that because you're trying to be in the Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, whatever. Like, you are not trying to be part of this issue here. But at the same time, you're trying to be sensitive to it. If you're not dealing with this dynamic here, you could be one of these energies where, like, you are dead set that you know what you love and who you love and where you're going to put your time and energy to, and you will not give attention to anyone else. You will not give attention to anything that throws that out of balance. You will cut someone off if they try to intercede with this, and you feel very justified in doing so. Like somebody feels justified. You know what I'm saying? um, so it's all about going with the flow. What you're being encouraged here to do is to distance yourself from anything that puts you in that kind of Queen of Swords energy, Emperor energy, which is not nice. It's very, can be very vindictive. And this is saying the way to avoid that issue is to put yourself in the flow and isolate yourself from that situation. So I see a lot of emotional energy here, but certainly this could be within like a work dynamic, family. It could be a partnership, relationship sector as well. But I guess like you're not interested in the right fight this week. You know, like you're more interested in avoiding the right fight, you know? So, interesting connection. Now, your overall February reading was one of the best readings I've ever done. And there was genuine love there. And I do see genuine love here again, and a soulmate type of vibe here, Two of Cups. But there might be issues surrounding that needs to be balanced out this week, all right? Could be dealing with Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio. And that's Capricorn. Let's see what Aquarius is up to. I gotta move quickly here. Oh, I've been live for too long. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you're new to me. Sorry I had to go off on somebody. I don't usually do that. It must be the Leo full moon. I'm gonna blame it on that. My bad. My bad, y'all. Usually I'm much higher. Hold myself to a higher standard than that, but I just get tired of seeing those comments all the time. Like, it doesn't apply to me. Okay, the one for you then. Sorry. Are Aquarians unfazed? In general, yeah. I mean, only if they truly care are you going to be able to get a reaction, but no sign is unfazed. None. They can all pretend that, though, but we all care to some degree. That's a weird question. But forgive me for going off there for a moment. I'm gonna blame it on the moon. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Seven of Cups here. Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. It came out in the reverse, but I'm not reading reversals today, so I'll read it both ways. So, you've got a lot of choices to make, particularly within partnerships, whether that's work partnerships, love, intimate, or platonic. Soulmate energy here. Some of you might be on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. There's a Ten of Swords energy here, and it came out in the reverse. So coming out of issues that hurt, coming out of endings, coming out of confusion. Some of you, it's things that you thought were long gone. I almost said long gone, dead and gone. That doesn't make sense, but for some of you, something that you felt was long gone may be resurfacing or coming up emotionally this upcoming week, and it could deal with partnerships or love relationships. We'll see. Too many cards. I'm not gonna take all of those. Go back in there. We'll see if they come back out. There we go again. So you have the 12th house here of surrender, and then on the side it came out Libra energy. You could have that in your chart or be dealing with one. If not, it's just the energy that's influencing you this upcoming week. So this is a very subconscious emotional energy here, but it's all about karma and having compassion for yourself, healing yourself spiritually, forgiveness for some of you, surrendering the need to do that, surrendering because you forgave, whatever this is, whatever this tug of war was in past energies that had you confused, I feel like is dissipating, and you're going into a more like balanced energy, a more harmonious energy, being more considerate this upcoming week, and being more balanced and discerning in your energy, I feel. Then you have karma. Didn't I just say that? Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands. Eight of Wands. Okay. Let me get back in there. So before I didn't mean to pull a clarifier, but it came out. So definitely things speeding up this week, okay? So like I said, I feel like if karmically you may have recently went through a very tough lesson that really, really hurt you, okay, and really placed a lot of confusion around you. That could have been like far in the past, that could have been last week, it could be, whatever. So I feel it's past energy though. And I feel like there's some opportunity that's really been taking its sweet ass time to get to you that's coming, or you've really taken your sweet time with deciding on whatever this is. And I think this week you have decided to move forward and give an opportunity. And I saw you holding back an opportunity in the Aquarius February read, and it was kind of keeping your energy stagnant. But not in a bad way, not like in a boring, stagnant, nothing's working out for me way, but in a mindful way, in a way of like where you were really not willing to put any time or energy into anything that you didn't feel was like a solid person or a solid investment or trustworthy or whatever. And so you were purposely waiting or holding back because it wasn't in your highest good for a lot of you to do that. But I see finally, you have made the decision to offer that pentacle, offer that opportunity. And who is it to? Most likely a fire sign, King of Wands here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it could be any zodiac sign. I feel like you have, or yourself, it could be within yourself. So you have decided to lend your energy to, if it's yourself, your more creative pursuits, your career, your hobbies, your health, getting in shape, feeling good about yourself, really boosting your confidence, I feel. If it's an actual person, I see fire sign, but it could be any zodiac sign because I have air, or I have earth and water here as well. But I feel like you've decided to put your energy towards someone that is like a very action-oriented type of vibe, someone that doesn't skirt around the issues, someone that kind of blunt, kind of calls it like they see it. Yeah, and I like that vibe. Actually, Aquarius is an air sign. If this is like a new person, it doesn't have to be a new person, old person, whatever. As an air sign, you're very compatible with fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Leo in particular because it's your opposite sign. But it doesn't have to be intimate either. It could just be making investments within work. If you have a very fiery nature and when it pertains to like your passions. This could also be highlighting the Leo moon, and what it's pulling out in you, Aquarius, is taking you out of this like very cautious vibe and putting you into this more extroverted, put yourself out there, say what you freaking want to say and whatever. And like as evidenced by the person I just went off in the chat. So I'm an Aquarius as well. So that was very un-Aquarius of me to do that. Usually I'm very good at controlling my mouth when I need to. But I purposely let it go because I feel this is your vibe as well, Aquarius, this week. It's just like, I got something to say too. You may think because I'm quiet, I'm a pushover, but push me there, and I promise you I'll take it there. And Aquarius people can be extremely, extremely blunt. And because we don't say what's on our mind a lot, we keep it to ourselves a lot. When you do finally push one there, they're going to tell you everything that's going to trigger every insecurity within yourself, and they'll really, really take it savage there. What they think about your mama, what they think about, like all the taboo stuff that they've been holding in, they will just rip you apart with that. And it's not an honorable trait. I'm not like boosting that up, but it's truth, So like caution with that. Okay, caution with that. I caught myself earlier. I won't let it go past that. So same to you, Aquarius. Caution with that. You don't need to say, yeah, you got something to say, but some of you have been waiting for the right time to say it. Surprise! Here's what I really think, Some of you, it's positive what you really think. Some of you are really thinking about investing here in a project or a person that you feel a soulmate connection with. Others of you, it is exactly what I said it is, which is like, surprise, here's what I think about you. You're not going to like that, So that's a weird vibe. What's the Knight of Pentacles? Yeah. 5 of Wands. Dun, 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 dun. 6 of Pentacles, though. And then Justice. So you feel very justified in doing that if pushed to do so. So I see like there could be 2 separate things going on here, all right? 2 separate situations or people for some of you. Like if you had a very painful ending and you surrendered that, just like let it go, whatever. And you kind of held yourself back from expressing what you could have expressed or what you wanted to express. There might be divine timing here where it's now it's coming out, right? And it ain't so pretty. It definitely causes conflict. So that's a caution there. For others of you, or you could be in both groups, it's just saying, it's about time, and you've now finally see an opportunity, whether it's love or career or whatever, that deserves your time and energy. So you finally found like a person that you feel you want to invest in and have balance with and be generous with, because they're generous with you. They're real with you. Their actions match their words. They're present in your physical life. If it's career, you finally found something that drives you passionately, and you finally decided to maybe actually stay still for a while. Aquarius is job hop a lot, at least the ones that I know do. until they find where their niche is. And then I feel like some of you have found your niche, and now you're wanting to build there and be dedicated to that and gain balance there. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of vibe. Anything that brings conflict, you need to surrender that. So though it may be tempting to communicate something that you've long withheld, and now the opportunity is presenting itself and you're like, I'm going to take that opportunity. This is saying silence is the best option possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, no response is a response. You're being encouraged to do that because somebody might be trying to push your buttons and get that reaction out of you. And they might just be successful in doing that, but they're going to regret it because you're going to really nail them to the wall. But I'm encouraging you not to do that. I'm encouraging you to focus your energy elsewhere. Okay. Don't do what I did earlier. Learn by my example. Okay. Intense vibes. So could be dealing with, like I said, fire sign for sure. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I also have Libra here. And lots of water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Small possibility of Virgo in particular, but can be Capricorn, Taurus as well. So I actually don't like that part of myself that can be really mean like that. I try my best not to do that. Because I always regret it. Even if I was right. I just don't feel good about myself for doing that. That's why I don't do it. But, you know, we're all human. Sometimes people need to hear it. All right. Pisces. I try not to be that Aquarius that all of you cross watchers despise. You know, I get a lot of hurt women in particular, so I'm gonna blame it on the Aquarius men. What's up with that, guys? Just kidding, love you. But I do get a lot of cross watchers that have dealt with an Aquarius like that, and you give us a bad name, y'all, when you do that. Just try and hone into your humanitarianist, empathetic self and show that to the world. Because my favorite thing is when somebody's being mean to me is to be extremely, extremely kind in return. And it usually works. Honestly, it diffuses the situation, if nothing else. But it's hard to do. It's called emotional control. It's hard to do. All right, Pisces, you're up next. Three of Cups, which talks about celebrations in this deck. Keep thinking I have cards moving, but then King of Pentacles. Man, the King of Pentacles keeps showing up in your reading. Some of you are definitely dealing with earth energy, but it could just be the vibe that you're embodying lately. Pisces, which is a very grounded type of energy. You might be interested this week in surrounding yourselves with people in your social circle that help to ground you, with people that are generous towards you. For some of you, you downright want to come together or have a reconciliation with particularly a earth sign, but it can be water as well. Are they you? Because the Three of Cups does often talk to me about reconciliation, but in general, it's more of like a social circle vibe, or like surrounding yourself with your soul tribe, you know, people that want to see you do well, which is nice. And then we have Venus and Gemini out. That could be in your chart or just dealing with one, or it's just the energy around you. But Venus is highlighting love. So a lot of you, this is going to be about love. That whether that's intimate or platonic, it doesn't matter. But it's wanting to be around things that make you feel harmonious. That's what I was saying. Things and people that give you pleasure. You want to be kind of adored, I feel, or just feeling that love energy this upcoming week. And then with this Gemini energy here highlighted, it's all about communication and social circles. So your social circles might be really, really highlighted this week or this upcoming weekend. Oh my God, it is Valentine's Day this week, isn't it? I didn't even think about that till now. You know, the made up Hallmark holiday. But some people really love Valentine's Day. I'm not one of them. But you know, some of you might be celebrating Valentine's Day. It's just wanting to be connected, wanting to feel that connection. Okay, regardless of what type of relationship it is. It's also kind of like seeking out variety, you know, the spice of life. So let's see. Pisces. You have the Eight of Wands here. Whoa. The Knight of Swords, okay. There's definitely a conversation that's going to happen this week, all right? Oh. I'm going to show you these cards in a minute here. Queen of Wands. You keep getting the Queen of Wands in your reading, and I can't tell if it's your energy. Thank you for the $4.99. Appreciate you. I can't tell if it's your energy or like the energy of the person you're dealing with. And the only reason why I think it's you is because there's a black cat here. And don't take offense to this, Pisces, but you are the black cat. You know, you are the 12th zodiac sign for a reason. You are highly intuitive for a reason. You kind of have a witchy vibe about you, whether you are into that or not, whether you're a male or female. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean like you have like a mysterious kind of vibe just by naturally being a Pisces, you know. So that's why I kind of see this card as you, even though it's fire. But some of you may have fire in your chart. Look at this depiction here. Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords. I would say that's maybe conflicting information at the least. Arguments, conflict, you want to avoid that this week. I feel like your temper, you might be a little temperamental here, all right? So it's like wanting this communicative type of vibe, but don't over communicate what your emotional needs are. I don't think that's a problem for you, but honestly, I definitely see a clash here. Definitely. Whether that's in a point of view, like in your point of views, or like, or changing your mind, like going forward with something and then being like, nah, I'm gonna go the other direction, or I changed my mind, you know, like just kidding. It's kind of like an indecisive energy as well. So what is up with this? What's the not three cups. What is the Eight of Wands? Whoa, these cards tried to come out earlier and I ignored them. So the Eight of Wands is temperance. And then what is the Knight of Swords? It's the Knight of Pentacles. So Pisces, I feel like you're kind of in this space where you're feeling good about yourself, or you've been working on your self-confidence, ready to move things forward. And here comes this communication that's nasty. This person that is just like, I don't even know how to explain this. Like you may have a personality type here that's in conflict with you or is naysaying your growth, or, you know, like they say one thing and then they turn around and do something else, and it's just mind-boggling because they're contradicting themselves. And that reminds me of the February reading. Yes, 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 yes. For the February reading for Pisces, it was like the person that you were likely dealing with was someone that was in contradiction to themselves, meaning like they love to give advice about things they're not even good at. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone giving you singing advice that can't sing, or someone giving you career advice and yet their career is like non-existent, you know. And we all know like a person like that, right? We all know people like that, like people that give love advice, but they've been married 17 times. It's like, why are you writing a book about relationships when you've never been able to keep a relationship together? Like that type of BS. So like, I feel that energy here again. Some of you could be the person that's doing that. The shoe fits. Others of you, you're dealing with someone that does that. And I think what the purpose of, the intention of, is that this person just likes to be right or have a say so, or, you know, maybe they don't even know who they are. So they just like pop off and they don't even know what they're talking about. It could definitely be a Gemini. But it could be any zodiac sign. And but then here they go and they do like kind of the opposite of what they've told you. Like this person could be of two minds themselves, you know. For a few of you, they could be juggling another person. If that's the truth, then I feel like you already know that. That wouldn't be news to you with the Three of Cups here. Likely the other person is earth or fire. If this is someone you're dealing with, I just despise this person's energy. It's like, you know, oh, you doing good? Let me tear you down a notch. You're not that good. Anyways, you know. Now I'm done tearing you down. I'm going to go over here and focus on myself. It's very selfish energy. And they don't even know who they are. So take it with a grain of salt, because, you know, and this could be anyone in your, it doesn't even have to be intimate. It could be like a coworker, a family member, a friend, whatever. So I didn't do this for the other zodiac signs, but I'm going to get a clarification here. I think that either way, even if you're not dealing with another person, say this is all your energy. If this is all you, I think you're of two minds about something. You're trying to find balance there as to where to put your time and energy into. And if you want to know where to put your time and energy into, this is saying into, I almost said a cult. Okay, I don't want you to join a cult, but like your more spiritual self, like your more Pisces intuitive self, or for others of you, like your craft, what makes you independent, things that bring you coin, money, you know, like passions, things like that. Because there is growth potential there. What's this communication about? Yes. Page of Swords. Eight of Cups. So for those of you who are dealing with the personality type I told you about, they are so full of it. Immature. They want to say what they want to say, but don't want to hear what you have to say, and then they want to walk away. Invest their time elsewhere. Don't let that get in your head. If you are dealing with someone like that, don't let that get in your head, because you're better than that. Also, if you are dealing with that type of personality like that, not only do I feel like they're a bit immature in the way they communicate or think, I think they've also, like, they always keep an eye out for you or something, on you, whatever. For some of you, this is your mother. Okay, but not all of you. Like I said, for some of you, I could definitely see this as like an intimate partner, um, brother, mother, sister, coworker. I don't care who it's resonating with, or your children or something. Interesting vibe. Honestly, I could keep going with this one because it's intriguing. I have no Pisces in my, well, my Lilith is in Pisces, but other than that, I have no investment into this reading. But this is a very interesting reading, for sure. And like I said, it can be vice versa. Unfortunately, some of you can be the person that does this to someone else. All right, so keep it real with yourself if you are, but you'll know. Could be dealing with Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I saw Gemini highlighted more than once in Sagittarius, but like I said, I have Earth here. Other air elements, possibly Scorpio or another Pisces here. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate, yeah. Thank you for sticking with me for, oh my God, 3 hours. No, I was doing so good. I was going to tell you a story, but now I don't have the energy. And also, it is 3 o'clock and I got to go watch my son's basketball game. So I'm going to go check it out and get something to eat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for 3 hours. Thank you for the super chats and the likes and the thumbs ups and the subscribes and the shares. And you guys are so awesome. I never in a million years thought I would have something that I love to do so much, and a platform to do it on, and people to talk with. So you mean as much to me as I mean to you. Promise that is true. Wishing you the best this week. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.